Oh, hey everyone. I guess I'm not muted this time. Hopefully not. Yeah, so good evening, everyone. I hope you were able to join us for our previous sessions. Previously, we had sessions on things like machine learning, Linux, and quantum computing. Today, we have with us Dhruba Sengupta. He is a community member, and in fact, he is one of the founding members of GNX, and he is an hardware expert. He's here to hold this hardware boot camp we have planned. It's going to take approximately 5 days or so. And for every day, if you want to get reminder emails, make sure to register in the form given in the description section. And let's go ahead without further ado. And the next slide you will hear and the voice you will hear is from Dhruv Sengupta. Dhruv, over to you.
I hope all of you are doing well in this situation. So let's head over to IoT or the Internet of Things, right? So, what is IoT? I guess most of you know and most of you don't know because IoT is one of the important things that's keeping us connected in this situation. I mean, you use it in every day of your life. For example, yeah, let's take our common example, our mobile phone. It's an IoT device because it's a device that's been controlled by internet, and not only controlled by internet, but you can control a multiple device with internet there. So, what is an IoT device? An IoT means Internet of Things. Here, different things are connected to internet. For example, you can take an example of a smart refrigerator. Suppose what's with a refrigerator? A refrigerator is a device that's used to store and cool things, means edible things for you for longer days, right? Like suppose you have vegetables, fruits, chicken, egg, fish that you want in store for suppose a week, right? So refrigerator is there for you. But what happens when suddenly you run out of eggs, and then you have to go and then you open your refrigerator door and see, oh my god, there's no eggs. So I have to go to the market now. Well, if you set a type of sensors and embedded system and connect your refrigerator with your internet connection in such a way that when your eggs are going to be finished, at that time your refrigerator will send a mail or a notification in your phone that, hey, your eggs are going to be finished, so will you buy new eggs? And if the refrigerator provides some nearby grocery stores information where they will say that, okay, in this grocery stores its egg is comparatively cheap, and according to the ratings, all the products present in that grocery store is much more in better quality than the other, so will you go there? This one delivers food home, so shall I order? Isn't that cool? Your refrigerator giving your preferences for you. For example, suppose you are passionate in cooking cake or baking a cake, right? So your refrigerator knows what ingredients you need. So every time you try a flavor, your refrigerator will suggest you that you have this much sugar. You need to buy some sugar. You have chocolate. You have cocoa powder left. So don't buy it. Isn't that cool? Well, here I have given an example of a refrigerator. Well, this type of refrigerator exists, I guess so. And there are many more things that you can use as an IoT device. Smart home, smart car, even smart factories are also there, where industrial automation and even cars are manufactured automatically just by use of our fingertips. I mean, not by use of our fingertips. We are controlling the things. We are controlling all the programs and the instructions that they are to be done. So let's head over what IoT is and how what it is made up of, right? Okay. Here in the contents, we are going to see about the introduction to Internet of Things, means a brief introduction. Well, I have given the introduction, although importance of IoT in present scenario. Yes, in this situation, as you can see, people are refraining themselves from going out and getting involved in crowd or something like that. So, you know, maybe automating things will become much more relevant and will much more dominate in this time. Maybe constituents of IoT. Yes, for IoT, you need to know what are the IoT components. IIoT, how it will dwell in future. Okay, what is IIoT? It is nothing but industrial IoT, industrial Internet of Things, and scopes of IIoT. That is, what are your future, means how it may affect your future. Okay, so let's hop in. Well, what can you see here? Internet connects all. Okay, this webinar is also taking place via internet, right? Means we are all connected in internet. You are there sitting there connected in internet. I am sitting here connected with internet. Even your mobile phone, all the laptops, and most of our devices are connected with internet, right? So internet plays a very important role in not only today's world, but it has started been from around more than 10 or 20 years. Internet has been dominating the world, right? It's the internet become a trend nowadays, but it has been dominating the world since last 15 to 20 years. So not only keeping ourselves connected in social media or sharing any post in Facebook or something like that, but also internet comes in very tricky and very different ways. Not only like helping you to share data from one place to another, like sharing information from one part of the world to another, but also it also helps you to control things from one place to another. I mean, you can sit in one corner of the world and control a device of yours from another part of your world if you want. So, how does internet helps all of us like this? Actually, what you do is you use some set of codes from your mobile or any of your controlling device that is been shared throughout the world via some networking portals, like for example these towers, internet packets, or even through satellites, and they are shared to the nearest host, which will grab your data, provided that it has the same IP address. So it will grab your data and will act according to what you give, what instructions you give. Okay. Smart devices. Well, see, in your hands you have a smart device, the mobile phone, right? So smart devices play a very important role in our life. First of all, what is a smart device? Yeah, any device that's smart is called a smart device, right? So what is the meaning of smart? Whenever you can do anything on your own, whenever any device can take a decision of their own and can do some extra things of their own, which is not limited to our expectation, it makes that device smart. For example, if we take the example of the refrigerator, what is the work of the refrigerator? Its work is to cool the food and store the food for longer days, isn't it? But what is a smart refrigerator? It has the ability to give you information that this food is being present for more than 20 days, so I guess this you have to throw it away. Or you don't have much sugar left, you don't have much eggs left, I think you have to buy it. You can buy it from this shop, I can order this for you. Isn't that cool? For an IoT device, or rather a smart device. Think about home automation. Whenever your room gets dark, the light will glow up automatically. Isn't that cool? You can put some detectors, some motion sensors in your room, so that if you walk in, the light will automatically turn on. If the temperature is above some level which you give as per the instruction, then it will turn on the fan or turn on the air conditioner if you want. If the temperature is below your range, then it may turn on the room heater as per the weather conditions. Isn't that cool to set up a room like that, where you don't have to get up and go towards the wall to just press the switch to turn it on and off? You can sit at your place and just let the device do its work on its own. Or even you can also introduce voice recognition, so that you will just speak like, hey, turn on the fan, and the fan will get turned on. Isn't it amazing? Like Jarvis, where you will say, Jarvis, turn on the light, and the light will be turned on automatically. Well, all these things you can do just in a nick of time. And I guess, not only guess, I can tell you guys that you can do it. If you want to, you can do it. It's very easy and it's very simple. All you have to do is just follow some steps. We will be guiding you to how to do this type of things. So all you have to do is, not only in this webinar but also in upcoming series, you have to follow those steps, which will be helping you what to do, how to do, and you will be enjoying it. Really, you will be enjoying it. Okay, now, along with the smart devices, there comes one more thing, a smart brain, right? Every device for working must need a brain. I mean, the smart devices. Well, you need a brain to become smart, right? So, a smart device needs a brain, right? In a computer, you know what is the brain? It's the CPU, or the motherboard, rather the motherboard. Motherboard has the brain, which does all the computation. So all smart devices must have a brain or a controller that will be doing all the complex algorithms and calculations and will make your life easier. Okay, here's a brief recap. IoT is nothing but a group of smart devices connected to each other by means of internet. If we give the example of the refrigerator again, your refrigerator is a smart device. I mean, you will make it a smart device. And your mobile phone is a smart device. And whenever they are connected by means of internet, so they will be telling you that they will be sending you a mail that your eggs are out of stock. Isn't that a part of IoT? Two smart things are being connected by internet. That makes up your IoT. Even if you want, you can control your that home automation project, or I won't say it home automation. You can make a control of your, suppose, your home light or home fan using a Bluetooth module, or even a Wi-Fi module if you want. I won't say Bluetooth is much more of an IoT rather than Wi-Fi module. That makes an IoT device. Like, you can make some motion sensors. Like, if anyone enters your room unexpectedly, it may capture some picture and send that image via mail to your phone or to your laptop, and you can access it from any part of the world. That makes up IoT. Okay. Oh, what is this? I guess the ones who are watching this, most of you know it. I mean, all of you know it. What this is? It's Arduino board, right? Yeah, it's Arduino board. That's something which is life changing, and it's not only a life changing thing, but also it is something which has introduced this technology feeling inside us. It is the one which is helping us to do all these things. I mean, helping us means all of us who are just new and crazy about IoT and devices and sensors, actuators, and also controllers like this. So, what is an Arduino? Arduino is nothing but an IC microcontroller which has some integrated circuit chip inside it. I will be elaborating about it later on. And this controller helps you to work on that integrated chip by coding. I mean, you can write a personal code of C, probably C language, and you can compile and upload it inside that chip. With the help of it, you can control anything. I mean, the sensors and the motors or any type of actuating device. Actuating devices are those type of devices which gives you some type of output in forms of motion or other things like that. So you can control them by use of this microcontroller. This microcontroller acts like a brain. It is that smart factor which makes a device a smart device. Isn't that cool? Wanna know how this type of things are done? Well, we'll show you some practical things later on. Not in this webinar, but also in the later webinar. And I guarantee you, you guys gonna enjoy it very much. So, moving to the next slide, components that make up an IoT environment. IoT environment, that means Internet of Things. Internet of Things. As I told you previously, IoT device consists of smart devices or any type of devices that are connected by an internet connection. So what are the components that we need? An internet connection, yeah, smart devices, without which the internet connections won't work. Means, I mean, the without the internet connection, the smart devices are nothing. They cannot be communicated. And without the smart devices, what will we do with only internet connection, right? We need the devices and the connection both, and also a user, because somebody has to control it. I mean, we don't want any Skynet or any Ultron coming and taking our world like this. So we need a user who will start as well as who will control and stop everything if such scenario happens. So if we break any these three things, we get it into four things: sensors or actuators, device, gateway, cloud. So let's check it how it works. Sensors are those type of devices which sense any information from your natural environment. For example, a temperature sensor or a thermometer. Let's take an example of a thermometer. What does a thermometer do? It senses temperature, right? Suppose let's take an example of a barometer. What is the work of a barometer? It senses pressure. What is the work of a gyroscope? It will sense your current gyration value. What is the meaning of gyration? It is a type of tilt. So it senses your initial, final, and every type of gyration value. And there are many types of sensors, such as ultrasonic sensors, which are used for measuring ultrasonic distance, or even light sensor, that is a photodiode. Even there are sound sensors, frequency sensors, wave sensors. There are accelerometric value sensors. There are touch sensors. Even the fingerprint scanner in your mobile phone is a sensor. Even the touch screen sensor of your mobile phone is a type of sensor. So all these things are nothing but sensors. What is the function of a sensor? A sensor works by sensing any type of value or any type of physical phenomena which is occurring in the nature, and changing it into some type of value that a computer or a controller or huh, or a controller that the controller can understand. And what does a computer or a controller understands? Nothing but only 0 and 1. So let's not fiddle with those zeros and 1. I personally hate it. So let's get back. Sensors are those type of things which senses every natural data and converts it into some values that can be read by the controller. Here in the green you can see device. What is the device? It's the microcontroller itself, which will take in all the values that are given by the sensors, and will check whether it meets the demand that is given in the code by the user. For example, let me give you an example. I had done a type of project where there was a music generator, wave light generator. Sorry. So there in the code I had mentioned that if the if the wave crosses a threshold frequency of 80, then the light will glow, and if it does not crosses 80, then the light will not glow. So what happens there? The sensor takes in the wave and converts it into that wavefront. I mean the values, right? So now what does the microcontroller does, or the device does, is it just compares the value with my given value. I mean the coder's given value, whether it's crossing the threshold frequency or not. If it's crossing the threshold frequency, then it will instruct the light to start glowing. And if it gets below the threshold frequency, it will instruct the light again to stop glowing. That's simple. Well, that's really simple, and you will be taught how to do it. But in this IoT, it doesn't stop here. First, the device checks about the values, and then it gets through the internet to the cloud. Cloud is a place where much more detailed descriptions and much more detailed coding, I mean most complex coding that can't be stored in the device, are given. So what is the function of this gateway through cloud? Is that the device will be posting its current scenario to the cloud, where all the complex computation of that which could be done in the device would be done in the cloud itself, so that the process is easy and the device does not get overloaded. After that, we will come back in a reverse manner, where from cloud it will be going to the gateway, that is any type of router or internet, any type of device that takes in the internet data packs. It will give the informations that the cloud has sent for the device to do to the device, I mean the microcontroller. And here the microcontroller will be instructing the actuator, this time not the sensors but the actuators, Actuators are like the motors or motion parts, or even the light can be considered as an actuator, and this type of things can be considered as an actuator. So what an actuator will do, an actuator will give you a type of response. So if we consider this entire phenomena or the entire cycle as in a human body, then let's consider this: our skin as a sensor, right? If we touch something hot, then our skin or the sensor senses our data. It goes back. It goes to our device, that is the brain. No, no, no. Our nerve is the device, that is the brain, which is calculating, which is checking about the about what we are getting. We are getting something hot. So here let's consider the gateway to be our entire nervous system, the spines, and cloud to be our brain. So the instruction goes to our brain tells that, well, the value we are getting is more than this threshold value, and if it crosses, if it takes much more time, then our skin will get burnt. So instruct the actuators to move the hand away. Now what it will do, now from our cloud, I mean our brain, the instructions will go to our hand, I mean the muscles, through the nerves, and it will force our muscles to take our hand away from that hot body. So the entire things happens like this. I guess you guys understood this. So moving on to the next slide is our example of IoT device. There are different types of IoT device, as you can see: Google Home, Amazon Echo, August doorbell cam. Also, there are many different types of IoT device that you can make yourself at home. Now, I guess you guys know about Amazon Echo, right? Amazon Echo, most of you have seen it advertisement. Google Home is just like that. Like, it's, well, it's Google, kind of upgraded version of Amazon Echo. So what you do, you can connect them with any of your smart device at home. Well, Google Home and Amazon Echo, those things serves as a text to speech converter and a speech to text converter. Whatever you will say will be converted into a text value that will be sent to the Google or Amazon cloud, as per the company, and they will be they will be checking the information, and it will be going to the device that your Amazon Echo or your Google Home has been connected with. So according to that, it works. Suppose if you are using Google Home and your smart device, your smart light, is being connected with your Google Home. So what happens, their addresses are being connected, and with your account in your Google account. Okay, your Google Home is being connected with your Google account, and your smart device is also connected. So if you say something, suppose turn on the light, so what it will do, it will just convert your voice to a text that turn on the light. Okay, that means it is focusing on two things: light on. That means I have to check where is the light thing. Okay, the light device has been connected. This is my light device according to this account. So we will be going towards that light device. Yes, the light device has been found. Okay, it's in off state, so we have to change it into on state as per the user, and there it goes, the light's been turned on. Amazon Echo, which uses your Alexa, it works in the same manner. August Doorbell Cam. August Doorbell Cam is one of the revolutionary doorbell cam. It's like an automated doorbell where if you press the bell, it will be giving you a live stream wherever you are. It will be showing you a live stream about somebody is at your door. So you can speak with that guy. Suppose you have your doorbell installed in Kolkata and currently you are at Bangalore. Okay, so somebody rang your doorbell and your message got popped up like, okay, somebody rang your doorbell, wanna talk to him. So you click on it and there starts your video display where the person says, I'm so and so, so I want to meet you. And there you can respond like, you can hear everything from here, and you can also respond like, I'm sorry, I'm out of station now, it's impossible for me to talk now, and you can cancel. Or suppose you are inside the home and just you don't feel like, okay, I have to go there and see whether it's someone important or not, or before just opening the door you can just check it out, okay, here in my mobile. So okay, this guy has come, oh, he's my friend, okay, I will allow him and open the door. There are many types of IoT devices that you can make yourself at home. Shall I start discussing about this? Okay, let's discuss a little bit. As I have given you some example, the home automation, you can do it using any Wi-Fi shield or Wi-Fi enabled device. You can do any type of burglar alarm by setting a motion detector sensor. In fact, most of the students have done this type of projects. I mean, in this 4 year tenure or this college life, most of you will be doing this type of projects. Like, you will get bored at home and you will try to make your own room privacy. So let's set up my room privacy, and I will be setting up this. If anybody enters the room, then there will be an alarm system. Or suppose you will be setting up an electronic keypad, so that, okay, I have to enter my password, or I have to enter my own fingerprint to enter into my room. And if anyone else tries to enter, suppose anybody gave a wrong information, means anybody typed a wrong password, then there will be a camera hidden in the corner which will be capturing the picture of that person and immediately sending you via mail, so that somebody was trying to enter your house or enter your room, and you will be notified at that time. So I guess these are the examples of IoT devices. No, these are not the examples of IoT devices. I have given you just the top three examples of not Amazon. I have given you the top three examples of IoT devices, in which the top two, that is Google Home and Amazon Echo, these are just digital display that in your mobile you say that, okay, Google thing, and it starts working. Well, my mobile start vibrating too. Oh, it started working here. uh I don't know. So if you say that thing again, which I won't say, then your Google starts to work, and like, you speak something, it gives you information. You ask Google that, hey, what's the weather today? So it gives you all the detailed information about your weather. These are not IoT. This part is not IoT. It's just a voice assistant which is assisting you with some which is making your work easy by just assisting you with a voice and nothing else. Like, it's not like you have to search through Google. You are feeling like not to search, so you are using your voice assistant to search to Google. It's like that. Well, Google Home and Amazon Echo works when you connect devices with it. If you connect devices, if you connect some smart devices with your mobile phone via this Google Home application or Amazon Echo application. Amazon Echo, I don't think, I don't know much about Amazon Echo having any such application like Google Home or not. But here in Google Home, if you connect any smart device with your Google Home and you use your okay Google to okay, if you use that thing just to control your light or fan or that respective smart device, then it will work irrespective of any type of hindrances given. So next comes industrial internet of things, but before that, let's wrap up with IoT here. IoT is a boon to all of us because, as you can see, IoT is helping us to do our means it's just making our works not only easier but also it's providing much help to all of us. Like, you can control anything from any part of the world. You can provide some extra security just in a blink of an eye. You can do anything and everything in a blink of an eye if you want, means according to you. Even you don't have to worry about your food items, or I'm kind of a foodie so I go with the foods. So you don't have to worry about your food items, which the computer will be dealing. And like this, you don't have to worry about your security. But there is one thing that you have to worry about, is your IoT device's security. There are many patches in this type of IoT devices, and they can be hacked very easily. Well, if you make some simple devices at your home, they can't be hacked so easily because they are all your individual property. But for any bigger places, uh, they may be a potential threat. Even nobody will try to hack your home slide. Like, it's not much useful. But if you go to that thing for suppose your main door is being connected with an IoT device, so it will possess a threat for you that its security can be breached very easily by black hats. And not only black hats but also any type of hacker who are expert in breaking down the walls of this type of IoT devices and cracking up your code or something like that. So securing your IoT device and securing the connection of your IoT device, also securing the password of your vaults, or I mean here doors or vaults or anything, these are very important. Securing your account in Google Home, Amazon Echo, August Doorbell Cam is very important, because if somebody hacks into your suppose anybody hacks into all the traffic lights, and also the camera is present above the traffic lights, so he or she from any place in the world can just create a map of our street, and also can check the movement of traffic in our area. It can alter the movement of traffic in our area according to their preferences and their intentions too. So I won't be dealing much with the security and privacy in our IoT devices here. So next, moving on to is the industrial Internet of Things, or IIoT. Now, what is industrial Internet of Things? Industrial Internet of Things is nothing but IoT in a large scale. Where? In the industries. Well, there has been four industrial revolutions, but the industrial revolution 1.0 started in Europe in the 1784s, where they have started using steam engines, converting the coal energy to steam and started working on devices. Then industrial revolution 2.0 went just after it, and that was all about in assembly lines and mass productions. Like people got control over the over not only the human energy, but also they got control over the coal energy or the steam energy, and they started using and also they got the electrical energy, and they started using mass production, where so that they can produce materials in bulk at a cheap rate and at a very less amount of time. Next comes Industry 3.0, where we are currently situated. I mean, we are currently situated at the end of it, at the end of Industry 3.0. Industry 3.0 involves automations, computers, and electronics. In most of the automobile industries, you can see in the Industry 3.0 being used, where automated computers no automated computers, automated robotic arms, and automatic devices are being used to manufacture cars or any type of designs, suppose cutting, drilling, milling, and all this type of workshop works. I mean, works in the industries, big works in the industries can be done, means they are being done. Industry 3.0 has covered up almost all the entire market in the factory regions. And so, well, in India it's not much been used. It's been used, but it's not much been used in on higher scale. But in outside India, mainly in US, Germany, and UK part, they are being used at a large scale. Industry 4.0 is being used in one or means in very few industries. I mean, mainly in the Volkswagen company, or you can say it's been started in Bosch, I guess. It's been started in Bosch to Industry 4.0, where IoT has been involved so that you can control it from home, and not only control it from home, but there's no dependency on human labors. Means there is almost zero dependency on human labors, as it involves a set of code, and not only a set of code, but also it involves artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms, so that things can be done automatically, and devices has and computers of the industries have the power to think on its own what to do, and where to do, and what to do after one job is done, where to keep the stacks after it's been done, where to pile up the damaged things, where to clean, where to just set up everything, where to keep the packing materials. It knows. I mean, the entire industry is automated. The industry just works on its own, with the head and some technicians who are just sitting on top and watching everything working properly. Well, Industry 4.0 is one of the most revolutionary thing. It's a boon and a bane. Like, its plus point is that everything is, as the industrial revolutions are getting higher up, means it's increasing. Whenever we are coming with the modern day, so you can see that most of the problems are getting solved. Like, everything is means all the materials are being made easily, quickly, in a short time, accurately, and perfectly. Like, we are achieving our perfection in making the things. But one of its negative point is that it's been lead to unemployment. Well, I won't be talking about it much. So, components of IIoT. As in the components of IoT, it was very easy. You know, it just it just required your, what does it require? I forgot only. It just required device. internet connection and the users, right? But what does industrial IoT requires? It requires all those three, which forms under IoT. Then it involves machine learning, cyber security, cloud computing, M2M interactions, that is machine to machine interactions, and advanced robotics. I won't be going into much details about it. I will be telling that cyber security will be the one which is given a higher priority in industrial IoT. So moving up here is the smart world. The smart world is the world which we are expecting tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, but in few years, where everything will be controlled via internet connection. As you can see, the temperature sensor, vibration sensor, power meters, remote deployment support, software support, gateway, RAM digital cloud adapter. Well, no, I mean the temperature sensors and all everything will be connected via your cloud, so that everybody can get access to everything very easily, and everybody will get to know about everything very easily. Suppose there's a problem in a place far away, and you can't go there, so at least you can deploy something to help. So next we will be going towards the conclusion part, where we will be concluding the entire session of today. I mean the only today's session. As you have seen in the last slides, I told you about what IoT is, how Internet of Things is being made up of, and what are being used, what the components are being used, how internet is being affected here, how your security is being affected here. I have given you some pretty good examples. I mean the refrigerator example to be specific, and the home automation examples, and also there are various type of things that you can make on your own, or you can create on your own if you want. Like, in this world there's nothing that's impossible. Yes, there's nothing that's impossible. You can make it if you want to. You can collect some scraps and, like, do try, destroy it, try again, destroy it again, and try again until and unless you reach to your success. I have tried it many times. Like, I have been doing a project where almost I almost fried up my chips, and finally I was successful in doing it. Means I was finally successful in creating my project. So see you guys in the next webinar of mine in GNX hardware. This was a GNX hardware introduction on IoT, and next webinar we will be going details of these devices, how means what they are, how it is made, and how they can be used. So register yourself and like subscribe to this channel so that you can get notified if you want. Thank you very much for attending today's webinar. I will be handing over to Avik. Avik, are you there?
Yes, Dhruba, I'm here. So that is it for day one. Hope you all liked it. So today's was just an introductory session. We will be trying to make these sessions a bit more hands-on. So the next date for this hardware bootcamp day 2 is on Sunday, 28th of June. Make sure you mark that date. You will be receiving reminder emails if you have registered yourselves. We have one more surprise for you, because on the same date, right after Dhruvo's hardware bootcamp day 2, we will be hosting Dr. Shahruz Rand Alimo, lead research scientist at NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratory. The session is on 9:30, and it will be hosted by GNX Vice President Adrish Dey, who actually is one of his, and by him I mean Dr. Alimo's interns. Hope you all enjoyed today's session. Do join us for our next session, Hardware Bootcamp Day 2. Till then, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on LinkedIn and Facebook for regular updates, and stay safe and well. Thank you. Good night.